Hey guys, welcome back. Where today I'm going to be talking about basically myself and how I am going to be I'm basically going to talk about music because that's one of my favorite subjects in life. Yeah, so let's get on over to the conversation. So guys, one reason why I like music is just because I don't know how to explain it, but just hearing the sound of music is nice. I know a lot of people think that, but oh my god. Okay, so I really like music, right? So when I play music, okay, so this is all going out wrong. So I'm gonna tell you guys that when I got into band in 7th grade. I got into beginning band because in 6th grade, most of the kids in my grade in 7th grade were in advanced band because they went to band in 6th grade. So guys, once I got into beginning band in 7th grade, I was really happy that I learned how, because I was playing the clarinet. I liked playing the clarinet. I was a pro at it, a pro. And our teacher said that the 7th graders or 8th graders, if they're able to nail the notes that are supposed to be nailed in beginning band, that they will move us up in advanced band. And that's what I was trying to do. But one day, I needed help with my language arts class because that's just what I needed. So I needed help with my language arts class, and then they got rid of band. I was so upset, guys. No, literally, I was. It was just horrible because, I really liked band. The music, I just loved it so much that it made me cry. It made me cry because I really was passionate about it. I really liked it. And once it was sad, and then I would be upset that I'll even tell my friends.
I'd be like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I'm not in band anymore. How am I supposed to live?
Stuff like that. But then when my teacher, my language arts teacher, knew that I liked band because, she knew, my mom probably told her. And she said that if she couldn't get me into band again, that she would try to get me into, other things like choir or just choir or something like that. I said, sure, just as long as it has to do with music, because I like music. So then, yeah, and then a couple maybe a week or two later, they changed my schedule, and I saw that I got into advanced band. I asked the teacher. My teacher asked my other teacher. I think she said that if I could get into advanced band because so okay, let me tell you my schedule, how it was. First I had history, then I had language arts, then I had science in my new schedule. Then I had science. No, then I had math, then I had science, then I would have, what would I have? I forgot what I had. So I had math and science. So yeah, math and science, then, okay, so then in my schedule, usually band would be in 5th period. So yeah, and then in 6th period, but then they decided to change it to 5th period because that was where the advanced class was. So then they changed it. I was like, yes! I was so happy. My band was so huge. Like where I live, like the school's band was like the best. I really liked it. They were so huge. There were so many like people that were interested in the music because it's really nice. But then sadly there was an occasion where I had to move from that area. I was extremely angry and mad that I have to move because that meant I had to leave my friends, meant I had to get away from band and stuff. It was that. So yeah. Then when I moved, I asked my mom if she could put me into band. And yeah, like it was in the system, like the school district system. So obviously I already knew the school. Like I didn't go there, but I knew because there was this one time where there was like a band festival at my school, and other schools came to just do a festival, and it was really nice. Okay. So then guys, once I moved, they showed me that my schedule, and it said band was in 5th period again, I think. Yeah, it was in 5th period again. And yeah, when I went there, they said, what instrument did you play? And I said, oh, I played the clarinet, and I aced it. I'm like, lit. But it was very different, guys, because it was 7th and 8th grade band instead of like advanced band. So yeah, it was 7th and 8th band. It was an advanced band. I mean, I really liked the fact that it would have been advanced or non-advanced, because I mean, just the thought that you're advanced is just I don't know. It's just the thought you're advanced is just awesome. But anyways, guys, then once I did, they said, "Oh, great, because we need more clarinet players," because I think they were only like 3, 4. They were only 4, and that when I was in it, it would have been 5. In my other school, I think there was more than 10 clarinet players. Seriously, like it was that much. And I was like, oh wow, I get a very small group to work with. Great. So then, yeah, the band was very small because depending on where we live. Okay, so depending on where we live, it really depends on where you live, on how many people are interested in music. Because and where I used to live, it was more like free spirit. Like it was more like people were interested in music, and in here it was a very small group, so it was. I mean, it was kind of easy to work with, but it needed like more players, like if you know what I mean. There were a decent amount of
trumpet. Go away.
There were a decent amount of trumpet players, but yeah, there was a decent amount of trumpet players, but they needed work. They needed work. That's why there was such thing as a beginning band and advanced band in my old school, because people who needed work were in beginning. People who didn't need work and they're just ready to get into like sheet music and stuff went into advanced band. That's why people were fine, they just needed work. I'm not gonna say I was extremely good, because I'm not gonna say that. I was pretty okay. I was good, okay? I wasn't pretty good. I was good. I was fine. I was good. I mean, I remember sometimes like in the beginning, not in the beginning, but in like, yeah, my reed would always break. So like in the clarinet, there'd be a reed. You have to soak it. But like this one time I put it in my mouth and then I took it out and then there was like a little chip. I was like, no! Yeah, and I needed to get a new one. So that was great, right? But I mean, it feels nice to get a new reed because, first of all, I know this sounds really weird, but it kind of tastes like wood, and you had to put it in your mouth, so it tasted like wood, and I kind of like that taste. It sounds weird, but yeah. So yeah, that's really most of the history that I have in music. I really do like music. It's like my charm. It's like my soul. I really like music, and that's once I went homeschooled. Once I got homeschooled, it changed a lot because once that I began to get homeschooled, there wasn't really music programs. Well, they were, but they weren't like school music programs. And I was really sad because, it was horrible just to think that I couldn't do any music. But then, one day, thanks to one of my favorite animes out there, Your Lie in April. Yeah, I really love that anime. I watched it, and just hearing the piano, I know it was like, once I heard the piano in there, I was like, wow, I really want to play piano. So then my little brother had this little small keyboard that was like a SpongeBob little thing, and then I would just learn a song called My Neighbor Totoro. So I played the song that called the Path of the Wind, and so I didn't take any music lessons. Like, I didn't look it up how to play it. I just played it on how it sounded like. I did kind of make it look weird, and once I searched it up when I got my own piano, I searched out how to play it. It played differently, but yeah. It sounded really exactly like the music in the small keyboard. Okay, guys, so yeah, and then once I asked my dad for a piano, and I was like, Dad, please buy me a piano. I really want a piano. So he did. He bought me a small little keyboard. Not a small little keyboard. He bought me a decent keyboard at a thrift store. Thrift store. I can't speak English. At a thrift store, and so yeah, that was pretty nice. I played some songs. I only learned like half of the songs because I don't know why. I just learned half. But then once I moved again, I got into church, and in church, what they do there is that they have a group of musicians, and they play during the service. My church is special because it goes like from 4 hours, so yeah, it's 4 hours long. You guys
are like, oh my god, 4 hours long, wow, the frick, wow.
I really like it because the majority of it is playing music, and then like, I think the pastor just talks for like 30 minutes, and then we're gone. We're not gone really fast, but it's done, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's done. But, oh my god.
I want to kill it. Guys, look, it's right there. I don't know if you see it, but I really want to kill that thing. Ew, it's on the window. Ew, it's right there. It's gross.
It like does this really weird thing. Anyways, guys. So yeah, and then the pastor was like, oh, so I heard you play the piano. I'm like, who told you? And then my dad just like, I'm like, oh, I can't believe you. And so the pastor said, okay, then I'm going to invite you some lessons with the band. I'm like, yes! Thank you, Jesus! So then, I was invited to the first one, and yeah, I liked it. I was learning with this kid I knew from like, since I was a kid.
What was a different name?
No, I'm not gonna say names. I'm just gonna say blank. Because there was this one person who played the piano, and yeah, so it's basically the pastor's son, and he's teaching me how to play it, like the songs that they play in the all the songs that they play at church. And I know quite a little bit. I don't know, but please, you. So, I forgot where I was because my brother was being annoying. Yeah. extremely annoying. You know how this is 17 minutes long, guys. Right now it's 17 minutes long. There's no way that it can be 17 minutes long. Anyways, guys, so yeah, this is probably gonna be a very long video, but really I'm just talking about things. I mean, some people may not find this very interesting because they're like, I'd rather watch Simon ASMR. But I mean, if you really are taking the time to watch this video, I thank you. Thank you! Because I mean, it's very difficult for me to come up with content that that's not gonna take like 20 hours to film. So yeah, guys. Yeah, thank you for taking the time to think. But anyways, oh yeah. So what I was talking about is that is that I learned with I'm learning the piano at church, and then they also like they needed a help with like drums. They were like, "Do you know how to play drums?" I'm like, "No." And they were like, "Okay then, I'll show you then." I was like, "Okay." So then they sat me down next to the drums. It was really funny because at first I didn't get it a little bit. Like at first it was like, "Okay, I need to do this." So then. But then I got it really quickly, and then I was like jamming it up. And then when it was like this really good part, I was like, oh, yeah, that felt nice. It felt nice. There's a lot of drum players. There's a lot of drum players at my church, but some of them they put them as like there's this girl who plays the drums, but they put her as the bass. Yeah, guys, so, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's really it. Oh, yeah, and so then I went to my second practice, and it was pretty fun, actually. I learned songs, so the one thing that I really need to work on is that, I mean, I know how to do the music stuff. I know how to play notes, I know how to do things. But the one problem that I have is that I have an extreme case of anxiety. What happens was that when I started playing, they were like, okay, you can join in whenever you feel like you got it. When I joined in, over a sudden, I felt nervous. I was like, why am I doing this again? Like, don't feel this way. And I noticed that my cheeks were getting all red and stuff, and I was just like, I've tried to hide my face so people didn't notice. It was that embarrassing. But I mean, that's really one thing I really need to focus on because it's that, I don't know, thanks to my father, I would have been like this. My father has an extreme case of anxiety too. Anyways, so yeah, really, I need to work on my, I need to work on my self-conscious and really on how I feel about things. Really, what my church teacher said, what you need to do is to play music, you need to fight all that fear, all that anxiety, and that's what I need to do because I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, for example, whenever I go to the doctor's office, whenever I feel the thought of going to the doctor's office, I get all nervous. And then once I'm there and I find out that I'm getting a shot, I like flip out. And then once I'm getting the shot, I get a panic attack. I start breathing heavily. I start laughing. I laugh, like I'm laughing, but I'm like breathing at the same time, like I'll be like I'll be like that, but like laughing kind of like, it's really hard to explain. Like if I got it on video, it would have been weird, but I would have flicking. Yeah, I'm flicking out, guys. I'm freaking out, and when they inserted the shot, I was like, and yeah, so I was kind of like, once it was all over, I kind of like relaxed, that my face was like relaxing too, that my eyes were relaxing, so that then a tiny little tear came out. I was worn out, guys. And then when I saw my brother getting a shot, he started to have this very sad face, and I was like, I felt very sorry for him because I mean I experienced that pain too. That I started to like cry for him, and he started to cry too. Poor little thing. But I know for some reason I'm getting into doctors instead of music, which is pretty different. Yeah. Really, that's all I need to do, guys, is fight over my anxiety and stuff. I think and I've got it. Like I'm not okay. I don't mind playing. Like I never mind playing in front of my sister, my brother, but I didn't. Now I don't mind when I play for my dad and mom. But with other people, I don't know. I just feel different. Like I don't know. But I need to work on that, guys. I need to work on my confidence, my self-confidence. Like I'm really a positive person, but for some reason, I get all shy. That's so horrible. It's one thing if I was not shy. Wait, what? It's one thing if I wasn't confident. I don't know anymore. Okay, so yeah, guys. That's really all. I really want to talk about music because I really like music. It's really my thing. I really like music. It's my thing and stuff. And just the thought that I'm going to play. Yay! It's just yay. I like playing music. My grandma lets me borrow her piano. It's but anyways, guys, so thank you for watching and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I know it's a very long video.
Like long, not giant.
I know, like, sometimes it's very difficult for me to come up with content that is very short. Because, I mean, when I make a video talking about myself, obviously it's going to be very long because, yeah. If you're those type of people that are like, oh my god, it's like 27,000 minutes long. I'm gonna like go watch a video of ASMR. Like, go away then. Don't be like me. That's like a quiet. I don't know. ASMR just freaked me out. It's supposed to get you to calm down. It's freaking me out. Like they make like the sounds that they make. They're like horror movie sounds. They like. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're gonna be doing an ASMR. The first thing we're gonna take is this little pot. So now we're gonna do some very loud noises. Oh yeah, that really freaked out all the mosquitoes. So yeah. That freaked out all the mosquitoes. That makes no sense. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video, and yeah, thank you, and thank you for taking the time. So I know it's a very long video, but I'm gonna be posting some days. I know I said I was gonna post last week, but I didn't, and so today I posted, so be happy. So yeah, guys, see you guys next time, and goodbye.